Hello, everyone, and welcome to this short introduction to the NFDI4Earth Knowledge Hub. The Knowledge Hub is one of the central services offered by the NFDI4Earth Consortium, and it is primarily intended for scientific programmers. That means developers of applications, tools, and services related to research data management. Now, in the past 2.5 years, we have been harvesting resources from different sources, describing them and linking them where appropriate to other entities using RDF, which is an acronym for Resource Description Framework. Here you can see the list of harvested resources, their types, and the data sources where we took them from. And as the list can show, there is really a broad variety of entities available at the moment in the Knowledge Hub: data sets, software, learning resources, publications, standards, repositories, and so on. In parallel, we have been providing examples of queries that programmers can use to build their own applications. And we have three examples that we can go through at this stage. The first one, let's pick this one in the middle. It is about services that are run by an organization which is part of NFDI4Earth. Let's try it out. Yes, and then we get the information that we want. We have the name of the service on the left-hand side. We have the type of the service in the column in the middle, and then we have the organization that is running it in the third column. Let's pick a second example related to learning resources. And for the sake of the illustration, let's pick a different format. And yes, we get the result presented in Turtle, which is one of the serialization of RDF, which is kind of a Mongol serialization, the one that is a bit easier to read for humans. And then we can look at the third example, which is about metadata, standards, and API supported by repositories. We can pick again one of any of these formats: CSV, spreadsheet, but let's just pick JSON. We execute the query, and then we get the result in JSON structured format, and that can be used then to build additional applications. There are further examples that are shown here that an interested programmer can go through. And in fact, all these examples are available on our GitLab repositories. So where we have the original Spark queries, and there is a script that takes them from GitLab and generates the presentation format that you can see here on the web page. So in summary, there is data sets and then queries that are available for reuse. And one artifact that is also available for reuse is the NFDI4Earth ontology. So in the process of compiling and bringing together all these resources, we have realized that existing vocabularies oftentimes do not cover or offer the terms that we need. So we define in those cases our own terms, and the documentation of these terms along with the explanation is provided then in the ontology for other people working on similar topics. Great. Now that we have data sets, semantics concepts in the form of ontologies and queries that we can start with, the next question is which type of service can be built on top of the Knowledge Hub. Here there is an example, which is a consortium map, which is a map showing the organization currently active in NFDI4Earth along with their role. participant as an example. We have the Bavarian State Activity, so participant as an example. And we have KIT, which is a core applicant as a third example, and so on and so forth. Now, although this is a pretty simple map, it actually illustrates how different type of resources from different sources can be combined together into building a new information product. The information about the institution and the role is taken from Wikidata. So let's go to Wikidata. Search for NFDI4Earth. Yes, and then Wikidata provides us information. As we can see here, you have the institutions, the respective institution, along with the roles. Now we get additional information, like for example, the website information from RAW, Research Organization Registry. So let's type into KIT. So, yeah, so this is where you get the information about the website form. And then there is information about, the contact person, which we have in a separate file because we had to get permission from those people. Now, looking a little bit into detail in the code. Yeah. One thing that we can see is that the data is indeed coming from a SPARQL endpoint, which is the API making all the data sources harvested in the Knowledge Hub available for reuse. And then when we go a little bit up, we can see that the query to produce that information that we see on the map, it reuses several vocabulary. For example, the fourth vocabulary, the geo vocabulary, schema.org vocabulary, org vocabulary, and even our own custom NFDI for Earth ontologies. And then this is a simple example, as I said, but a pretty nice example because it shows that by taking information from different sources, then we are able to combine these into a new information product. And this stage, we look forward to developers, programmers from the community reusing all this information in the Knowledge Hub as they are building their own services for the Earth System Sciences.